The U.S. Senate is debating immigration, but don't expect anything to really get done. Hey, everybody, I'm Chad Hasty, host of the Chad Hasty Show, which airs weekday mornings, 8:30 to 11 a.m. Central Time on News Talk 95.1 FM and 790 a.m. KFYO. A couple of stories out about the ongoing debate over immigration and illegal immigration and the DACA recipients. All of this tied into one. Politico with the headline, Mitch McConnell, 1 week only to solve DACA. Mitch McConnell, according to Politico, not going to let the immigration debate get out of hand. The Senate Majority Leader on Tuesday announced that the Senate's work on a solution to the expiring Deferred Action for Childhood Arrivals program will be limited to this week and this week only. McConnell said Democrats should have been ready for this week's crucial test of whether the Senate can produce 60 votes for an immigration bill. Quote, senators have had plenty of time to prepare. There's no reason why we should not reach a bipartisan solution this week. But to do this, we need to get the debate started and to look past making political points and focus on actually making laws. The Hill points out that Mitch McConnell's expected to file cloture on Tuesday afternoon on several immigration proposals, setting up votes for Thursday unless there's unanimous consent to act sooner. President Trump tweeted out that this will be, quote, our last chance at fixing DACA. He's not expected to actually expand on the DACA deadline past March 5th. So for the Senate, they have until, well, according to Mitch McConnell, this weekend to actually fix DACA and the immigration issue. Now, is it reasonable that lawmakers can get this done by the end of the week? Yeah, actually it is, because Mitch McConnell's right. Lawmakers have had a long time, and I mean a long time, to talk about DACA, to come up with their own plans, to talk amongst each other, and to actually get a bill done. Now, will it be as easy as saying as we have until the end of this week? Absolutely not. But one thing is for certain, and when I visited with Matt McCoviak a couple of weeks ago on my radio show, we talked about how the Senate really doesn't act unless there's a deadline. So that's really what Mitch McConnell has done here. He has said, here's the deadline. We have until this week. Let's get started. And by limiting debate or limiting the time span to this week, it actually cuts down on the politicalization of this, even though it's been politicized in a huge amount. It actually cuts down on Democrats and Republicans, by the way, going out and finding the closest TV camera and doing the politicking there. If you actually set a deadline of this week, it actually makes senators and their staffs work a little bit harder. So I think it was a good move by Mitch McConnell. McConnell later attempted to set up floor votes on sanctuary cities amendments. Those were defeated and beat back by the Democrats, of course. Saying that language doesn't address dreamers, nor does it address border security, two basic elements in the center of this week's debate. Chuck Schumer wanted to promote the John McCain, Chris Coons bill that's been floated mainly by the Democrats. It would not get a lot of Republican votes. The McCain-Coons proposal includes no border wall funding and no support from the White House, so that means it'll likely fail. Here's what the Republicans want to offer the Democrats. There's a proposal that is out there that would grant amnesty, if you will, or a path to citizenship for 1.8 million folks who were brought over as children. They're adults now, but 1.8 million people who were brought over as children into the United States through no fault of their own. These are the dreamers. These are the DACA recipients. Now, it expands on the number of DACA recipients. And by the way, this is something that the president supports. Now, in exchange for putting the folks on a pathway to citizenship, what the White House and what Republicans are asking for is quite simple. $25 billion in border security that would most likely go towards a border wall, and other security like like cameras and drones and other items. But it would also include a bill that would also include an end to chain migration. That's, bringing your entire family over to the U.S. and also an end to the visa lottery system. And it would implement the E-Verify system. These are all things that are meant to secure the border, secure immigration into the United States. And these are all things that Democrats absolutely oppose. I've said this for a while on my radio show. I don't believe that Democrats actually want a deal for the Dreamers. I don't think they want a deal at all. I think they want to use the Dreamers as pawns to... basically, because, Dreamers get about, 80% support in public polls. If they can run ads saying that Republicans are against Dreamers, Republicans are against these people, then, it helps Democrats during election season. And I don't see the Democrats signing up on a deal that, includes a wall and also includes extra border security and an end to chain migration. These are not things that Democrats want. It would be a major win, in my opinion, if Republicans actually got this deal done. I don't see it happening. I don't see the Democrats actually giving in on this. I think the Democrats are just fine leaving the Dreamers where they are and using them in a political game. I just don't. Otherwise, we can have a deal today. We can have a deal right now if Democrats would agree to border security and some of these other immigration security related issues. A deal would be done for the Dreamers. Deal could have been done months ago for the Dreamers, but the Democrats refuse to secure the border, and the Democrats want to use Dreamers as political pawns in this entire game. Make no mistake, Republicans also want to use the Dreamers, okay? They want to use the Dreamers to secure the border and to get border wall funding. So the Dreamers are really caught in the middle, and hopefully they'll realize that at some point, and hopefully the Dreamers will realize that the Democrats really aren't fighting for them, and that Republicans would actually be, trying to get a deal done, but it's the Democrats who keep holding things up because they're not for border security. I don't expect a deal to get done at all. I could be wrong. I would be shocked, but I just don't see a deal getting done unless it's the Republicans who cave and decide not to pursue a border wall or other immigration-related security issues. I hope that doesn't happen. If it does, my hope is that the White House says, yeah, no, don't think so. Send it back. You guys continue to work on this issue. Dreamers, you're being used by the Democrats. Democrats, you need to help secure the border, and let's move on to other areas of debate. There's a lot of other things that we could be talking about, including infrastructure and so much more. Tune in to the Chad Hasty Show weekday mornings, 8:30 to 11 a.m. Central Time on News Talk 95.1 FM and 790 a.m. KFYO. Thank you very much for watching this. Have a great day. We'll catch you on the show.